The dull thump of soil on my father's casket lingered in the air like a bad omen. But it was my half-brother Alex's words that sliced through the crowd of black-clad mourners sharper than any November wind in Chicago's Oakwood Cemetery. "You're not blood," he snarled under his breath, snatching the gold wedding band off Dad's lifeless finger right there in front of God and everyone. The gasps rippled like whispers in a courtroom, but I didn't break. Inside, something colder than grief was uncoiling, a plan born from years of being shoved into the shadows. I knew what Dad had hidden, and what Alex was clawing to keep buried. This time, I wouldn't fade away quietly. My name is Emily Harper, and for 34 years, I've been the ghost in the family portrait, the reminder of a mistake that wouldn't stay hidden. But nothing hit like that day at the funeral. The sky was a slab of gray over the graves, mirroring the fake sorrow on the faces of the suits and socialites who'd come to pay respects to William Harper, the titan behind Harper Tech Solutions, a cybersecurity empire worth billions. Senators, venture capitalists, and boardroom sharks milled about, murmuring condolences while checking their watches. I hovered on the fringe of the family cluster, close enough to count but far enough to feel the invisible wall. Always the outsider. Even in death. Alex stood front and center, playing the part of the devastated heir with his polished charm. His wife Lauren hanging on his arm like expensive jewelry. He had Dad's chiseled features, those piercing green eyes that could close a deal or crush a soul. The priest droned on about legacy and eternal rest, words that bounced off me like rain on stone. My eyes fixed on the casket, on Dad's hands crossed over his chest. That gold ring glinting faintly, the symbol of vows he'd broken with my mom, then clung to through his marriage to Alex's mother, through the years of hush money and half-truths. As the casket started its descent, I stepped up to toss in my single red rose, a quiet nod to the color Mom loved. That's when Alex lunged, halting the winch with a barked command. "Hold up," he said, voice laced with that boardroom authority he'd inherited like everything else. He leaned in, twisted the ring free from Dad's stiff finger, and pocketed it without a flicker of shame. The crowd inhaled sharply. Even Lauren's Botox couldn't hide her flinch. But Alex just straightened up, his gaze locking on mine with venom. "You're not family. Never were. Stop crashing where you don't belong." Each word landed like a slap, calculated to humiliate without raising his voice. Around us, people averted their eyes, suddenly engrossed in their programs or the muddy ground. That's how it worked in our circles. Power meant you could rewrite reality. And no one dared call it out. My fists clenched, but not from tears. Fury, raw and simmering, surged through me like adrenaline. I wanted to unleash it all, the late-night calls from Dad in his final days, the files he'd slipped me, the secrets Alex was desperate to entomb with him. Instead, I let the rose fall and retreated, my face a blank slate I'd mastered through decades of rejection. Let him gloat. Let them all see the broken girl who'd begged for scraps. The casket sank smoothly, and Alex wore that smug look of a man who'd just locked down his kingdom. Mourners scattered to their autos and limos, buzzing toward the wake at the Harper estate, a party I knew I'd be barred from like always. In the parking lot, my phone vibrated. Unknown number. Check safe deposit box at Midland Bank. 512. Your dad left something Alex missed. I deleted it fast. Pulse hammering. Someone knew. Someone saw through the facade. Just 4 days earlier, Dad had clutched my arm in his hospital bed. His grip frail but urgent. "I've screwed up, Emily. But I've set things right. Don't let Alex steamroll you." Watching Alex's Porsche peel out, I got it. This wasn't about a ring or grudging acknowledgement. This was Harper Tech. Millions in stakes. and skeletons that could topple an empire. Growing up as William Harper's secret kid meant navigating a minefield of whispers and walls. My first clear memory? Peeking out the blinds of Graham's cramped condo in the suburbs, waiting for that sleek SUV that showed up maybe twice a year. When it did, it was 20 minutes with a dad who reeked of boardrooms and regret. More stranger than father. Mom, Lisa, had been a sharp IT specialist at Harper Tech when she caught his eye. Smart, stunning, and trusting enough to fall for his lines. Their fling lasted long enough for me to happen. Not long enough for him to ditch his wife. When I was 5, Mom vanished in a hit-and-run the cops labeled accidental but never dug into deep. Dad's attorneys swooped in, shuffling me to Graham's place across town from the Harper Mansion in Lake Forest. While Alex basked in private schools and yacht clubs, I grew up knowing my label, the inconvenient byproduct. Graham stretched Dad's monthly checks, hush money dressed as support, enough to keep us afloat, but never enough to challenge Alex's throne. But I got something Alex never needed: grit. He glided through Yale on family ties. I scrapped for scholarships at community college, then transferred to UIUC, juggling waitressing gigs to graduate magna cum laude in digital forensics. The twist? I'd become an expert in uncovering digital trails. Just like Mom. Dad noticed when I was 28, summoning me to his private loft downtown, not the gleaming Harper Tech HQ where Alex ruled, but a quiet spot. He eyed me like seeing a ghost. "You got your mom's fire," he said. But my cunning, that sparked sporadic invites, not his daughter, but old family acquaintance. Holiday galas where Alex's mom, Evelyn, shot daggers through her smiles. Alex's wedding to Lauren, where I poured drinks while he toasted his COO promotion. Alex always reinforced the pecking order, subtle digs about my charity work at the Harper Foundation. A pity gig. In public, he was Mr. Congenial, alone. He'd hiss, "Dad pities you. That's your ticket in." When he's gone, so are you. But in his last years, Dad thawed. Calls came weekly, probing my take on company moves, venting about Alex's risky data deals that skimmed ethics for profit. 3 months before the end, in hospice, he confessed, "I let fear rule me." Scandal. Evelyn's old money clan. But you're the real deal, Emily. Built tough. He revealed the codicil, 30% of Harper Tech shares. A board seat, enough to rattle Alex's grip. He'll fight dirty, I warned. Dad's chuckle was ragged. That's why I've got leverage. Dig into the foundation servers. Alex has been playing fast and loose with data privacy funds. A week later, Dad was gone. Back in my modest apartment, staring at that bank text. I realized his legacy wasn't cash, it was the fuse to ignite Alex's downfall. Next morning, I hit Midland Bank at opening bell. Box 512 held a sealed envelope. "Emily, open now," a thumb drive. And Dad's scrawled note. "If you're here, Alex is circling. Drive has the true will. Backups. Protect it. Alex will burn it all to keep control. Trust only Karen Ellis at Ellis Law. She's got originals. Be vigilant. Be ruthless. Be what I wasn't." Will. I bolted to Karen's firm, a low-key outfit far from Harper's legal sharks. The silver-haired attorney nodded grimly. "Your dad planned this. Codicil's bulletproof. 30% shares. Board voice. Dividends around $15 mil yearly. When's the reading?" Karen's face tightened. "Family lawyer. Robert Kane. Stalled it, verification issues. Alex's fingerprints." That night, harassment kicked off. Anonymous emails, "Some ghosts should stay dead." Silent calls. By day 3, my email hacked. Resume doctored to trash my rep. Day 4, illegitimate scrawled on my car in red paint. Subtle wasn't Alex's style when cornered. We met at Kane's office Thursday. Alex rolled in with a legal posse and Lauren, draped in designer mourning. Emily used. Let's chat expectations. Dad wasn't himself, meds clouded him. Funny. He built your empire clear-headed, I shot back. Alex's veneer cracked. You're humiliating the Harper name. Take $6 mill. Sign NDA. Vanish. I scoffed. 30% is $400 mill street value. Kane jumped in, if real. Court could drag years, you can't bankroll it. They aimed to bankrupt my fight, but underestimated my network. That evening, I linked with Jordan Mills, a cyber investigator Dad had quietly retained. In a dingy motel lot, he passed a dossier. Your dad smelled Alex's schemes. Recordings. Logs. Transfers. Alex prepped with Kane to gut any will tweaks. But worse. Files chilled me. Alex siphoned $60 mill from privacy compliance, hiding data breaches affecting thousands, risking identities for shady offshore deals. FTC got an anon tip, Jordan added. Audit hits next month. Fines could sink the firm. Jail time. Alex needed total reins to scrub it and frame me as complicit via my shares. He's setting me up, I breathed. Jordan nodded. Or scare you off. Win-win for him. But Alex saw the pity case. Not the forensics was who'd dissected code since college. I dove into Foundation servers that night, tracing his digital breadcrumbs, every spoofed log. Diverted wire. Bribed auditor. By sunrise, I had a nuke. Needed an insider. Though. Phone rang. Harper Tech Line. MS. Harper? Nate Rivera. Lead analyst in compliance. We gotta talk now. About Alex. Nate was 29. Jittery in his off-the-rack suit. More cubicle drone than rebel. We met at a greasy spoon in the burbs, far from exec haunts. 6 years in, he stammered. Nursing black coffee. Started idealistic, protecting user data. Then Alex tapped me for optimization. His tablet revealed horrors. 3 Harper Tech servers leaking personal info to black market buyers. Hitting low-income neighborhoods with ID theft spikes no one linked back. Cleanup? $250 mill. Alex's fix, fake audits. Bribe regulators. Funnel funds to a hostile takeover bid. Proof. All here, chains. Dumps. Payments. His knuckles whitened. Your dad confronted Alex days before dying. Alex gaslit him, too late. Company would crater. Employees suffer. Dad was wrecked. More, Alex forging trails to pin it on me, bogus emails. Accounts in my name. Why blow the whistle? Out. And justice for victims. Plus, Alex ruined my boss. Carla Diaz fired her for probing. Blackballed her. Her son's got rare disease. No insurance now. My phone pinged. A non-pic of me at the bank. Tailed. We play smart, I said. Alex suspects. You're toast. Nate handed a drive. Full dump. But board meets in 2 weeks, pushes the takeover with stolen cash. Once done, funds vanish overseas. Victims rot while suits stall suits. That night, barricaded in. I sifted Nate's intel while shadows danced from passing cars. Scope was epic. But a gem emerged, office cam audio. Week before Dad's death. Alex, post-Dad. Emily's handled. Takes payout or takes blame. Harper stays mine, the pure line. Dad, you're not who I raised. Alex, I'm what you molded, no fake morals. Slam. 7 days later. Complications killed Dad. Triplicate backups to encrypted clouds. Called Karen. Emergency injunction. Block acquisitions till will settles. That's war, she cautioned. Alex started it snatching that ring. Injunction hit wires next AM. My line blew up press. Bored. Alex raging, you didn't know what you've unleashed. I do, I countered. Do you? His pause? Pure fear. First time. War room, my dinette. Buried in drives and Red Bull. Nate fed Intel nightly. 10 days to board, 10 to dismantle Alex. Day 3. He's paranoid, system sweeps. PI on you. Let him. I marked another breach. I've lived exposed. But Alex hit back. Day 4. Accounts frozen, fraud alert. Day 5. Landlord eviction threat, illegal ops. Day 6. Karen's office ransacked, will safe elsewhere. He's draining you, Karen noted. Force-fold. But scraping by taught resilience his silver spoon skipped. Cashed in savings. Pawned heirlooms. Crashed at Grams. Every cent fueled the siege. Nate ghosted servers. Snagging Alex's encrypted chats with fixer Vince Russo, problem solver for vanishing issues. Day 7 jackpot. 2 days pre-dad's complications, Alex wired Russo $60,000 for consult. Russo bought a compound mixing lethal with dad's meds. Murder? Circumstantial, Nate hedged. But damning. Sleepless. I weighed cops, but no slam dunk. It'd scream desperate. Needed ironclad. Risked it, called Lauren. Talk? About Alex. Your future. Spa rendezvous neutral. Cover as Pamper Day. Lauren. Picture perfect but cracking shaky hands. Pill pups. I know the mistresses. And your divorce consult. How? Same way I know Alex's hidden $40 mill offshore, not in your name. Divorce now? Half zilch post-exposure. Her bitter snort. Think it's cash. No, your girl. 8? Prison dad wrecks her. Unless. Slid burner phone. Record incriminating chats. Stop him before he drags you under. He'd kill me. Maybe. But in action? Watch him implode. You collateral. She pocketed it. 3 days pre-board. Lauren delivered. Alex to Kane. Board buys Emily liability once forged docs hit. Even will proof. She's federal bait. EPA? Finds rogue Emily funding Lux via breaches. Rivera? Boy Scout, obeys or joins Diaz in gutter. Got dirt to frame him embezzler. Laughter sealed it. One piece left, original forges, in Alex's HQ safe. Suicide, Nate balked. During board, distraction peak. You slip me in backdoor. 20 minutes. Harper Tech boardroom screamed power, panoramic Chicago views. Teak table. Founder portraits glaring. I strode in pre-meet. Mom's tailored suit my armor. Alex. Mid-schmooze. Froze. What the? Observing as pending air. Karen filed. He seethed but couldn't eject sans scene. Board filed in 13 heavy hitters. Dad's old guard. Alex opened slick, before takeover vote. Estate mess. Projected my signs on breaches. Accounts. Pains me. But Emily's embezzled via foundation. Hid leaks. Gasps. Stairs burned. Lies, I stated. Evidence clear, he smirked. Security. Escort her. Cops en route. Wait, I rose. Laptop linking projector. My turn. Played Alex Kane tape, framing boasts. Squirms. Nate stumps, real breaches. Trails to Alex's havens. Fabricated, he yelled. Victoria's audio, scapegoat plans. Chuckles. Silence tomb-like. Finale, I queued fresh cam, Alex that AM. Safe open. Forges nail Emily. EPA gets Patsy, Irene. Board horror peaked. How? Your wife cammed office. Divorcing. FBI'd everything. Chaos erupted yells. Demands. Chair Evelyn Torres, serious. Motion. Suspend Alex pending probe. Seconds piled. Can't, he roared. I am Harper. Without you I cut. Survival odds up. FTC knows leaks. Voluntary disclose. Remediate. Cooperate? Dodge corp death. Torres eyed me. Planned. Lifetime prep. What Harper could be. Not poison. Karen entered. Court fast-tracked. Emily 30% owner now. Math gutted Alex. Plus. FBI downstairs. Questions on Russo. Dad's death. Alex blanched. You orchestrated. No, you did. Stealing ring. Poisoning. Maybe killing Dad. I exposed. Security hauled him. But I held one more. Screen, Swiss wire, $6 mil. Final. Project William. Code for hit, I explained. Russo's vid confession. Alex hired me, med mix lethal. $6 mil split. Dad changing will to bastard kid, couldn't risk. Board froze. God, Torres gasped. No proof. Alex thrashed. Actually, Russo custody. Testifying. Alex buckled. Wasn't meant. Dad dying anyway, cancer months. Sped for company. Legacy. Out, Torres spat. Dragged. Alex ranted betrayal. Silence post-exit. Torres, apology owed. You saved us. Barely real victims. Communities hacked. Chance now with ethical lead. She motioned. Appoint Emily interim CEO. Unanimous. In Alex's chair. Weight crushed. First, self-report FTC. Second, victim restitution fund. Third, overhaul compliance. Nate forward, docs ready. New CCO, Nate risk dull. Post-meet. Handshakes. Support. I lingered. Eyeing FBI below. Karen, one more. Velvet box. Dad's bequest, open when ready. Mom's silver pendant. Her pic with baby me. Engraved, legacy is love enduring. W. He regretted much, Karen said. Not you. Proud. Even if hidden. Clutched it. Reporters swarmed outside, tomorrow's headlines. Stock tank. Suits loom. Redemption grind begins. But that night, I belonged not by blood. By battle. The Harper Tech Tower shimmered in spring sun as I exited final time as interim. 6 months post-arrest, cleanup rolling. Fund aiding hacked lives. Communities rebounding. Scandal faded. Alex, life for murder. Fraud. Lauren, divorced. Fled to Cali with kid. Immunity fresh start. Harper name? Greed parable. Torres approached, board voted, permanent CEO yours. Handed resignation. What? Saved it, now needs passion. Michael's successor, clean slate. Shares. Keep 10%. Voice sans chains. Rest. Trust for cyber education. Victim aid. Torres paused. Dad proud. Not for him, for mom. Believing in ghosts. Victims Alex wrecked. Nate's guts. Me. Proving worth sans invite. Phone. Nate. FTC lauds Harper reform model. You nailed it. We. Blocks away. Mom's old diner haunt per her journal. Coffee. Window seat. Neighbor, Emily Harper? Took down bro. Saved firm. Truth did, power over people doomed him. Leaving? Next. Good query. Free now, not defined by lacks. Launching forensics firm, corporate hacks. Fraud hunts. Victims need fighters. She grinned. Like you fought you? Learned solo, but yeah. Evening. Cemetery. Dad's grave modest now, Evelyn stripped flash. Placed pendant. Mom forgave, her letters. You choosing fear. Wind whispered. Me? Not yet. But thanks, your spinelessness forged my spine. Alex taught family ain't blood choices. Character. Stopped. Saved company for workers. Justice. Legacy lives 'cause I raised lies. Graham called. Dinner? Smiled, her condo. True home. En route with pie. Family skips pie, just shows. Right. After 34 years scrapping. Family was choosers. Not blood. Harper March sans me. My tail, outsider toppling rot. Walking free? Mine. Unlike Alex. Ring clutching in cell. I soared.